It's been a couple of years now since I did a personal EDC video about what I carry on my person every single day. And as usual, things evolve and I've had a few changes, so I thought it might be time to do an update on my personal EDC gear. That's what's coming up next here on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose. My name's Brian. Thanks for joining me. As I said, today we're going to talk about my personal everyday carry gear and how it has evolved somewhat over the last couple of years since the last time I did this video. But first, as they say on the old TV, a quick word from one of our sponsors. Today's video is sponsored by Hog Holsters. Hog Holsters are made in the USA in Arizona, and they are without a doubt the most comfortable concealable holster I've ever tested. Once I found Hog, I just stopped looking. So you can save 10% on your order at Hog Holsters over 20 bucks by using the coupon code Survival on Purpose, all one word. That's hogholsters.com. Thanks to Hog Holsters for sponsoring today's video. Okay, let's talk about my EDC gear. As I said, it's been a couple years, 2022 I think, since I last did a personal everyday carry video. Things evolve, I learn things change, so I have made some changes. I thought I'd share those with you, so what we'll do is we'll talk about what's different, what's the same, and I'll try to explain why things are different when they're different. So let's get right to it. I'm trying to make this not be a 20-minute video. First, let's talk about my everyday carry pistol. 2 years ago, I was carrying a Glock 19 every day, strong side here on my hip. I've since adopted mostly appendix carry here, and for that, I'm carrying a Glock 43X, and I'm carrying that in my Hog Holsters, multi-clip-on holster, and I have a Hog Holsters magazine carrier as well. Real quickly about why I decided to change. First of all, it's just easier for me to conceal. If you carry here, when you bend over, it's going to print out. It's a little more uncomfortable in a car, and it's just I can't really conceal here with a t-shirt or a lot of shirts. I have to be really careful about what I'm wearing. Appendix carry is a lot easier for me to conceal. And a quick tip I got from that from my friend Lewis at Tactical Response was loosen your belt a little bit. I'd always had my belt kind of tight because I needed support, want support back here for a pistol. But he kind of recommended if you just loosen it up, let it sag a little bit, it seems to carry better and it also conceals better. And what's good about that is, like, if I'm driving or whatever, sit down, I can just lift it up and sit down, and it doesn't press into anything. And then when I stand up, it just goes back down, and it's really very concealable. Other benefits to appendix carry, we'll talk about that in a different video. But the biggest thing is I changed from a Glock 19 strong side carry to a Glock 43X appendix carry. If I'm wearing a sport coat or suit, I usually go back to the 19 on strong side carry because I got my shirt tucked in the front usually, and that's just what I do. So that being said, I'm also still carrying the Galco ankle glove. This is a Glock 43. I'm carrying the 43X. I usually carry this just because it's a little thinner, a little lighter. Magazines they're not compatible, so that's not an issue, but that's what I do. And if I'm carrying the 19 strong side, I go back to the 26 because I can use the same spare magazine in those. Next thing is a knife. I have been carrying an Emerson CQC7, I believe, for 3 years. As of the last video, I've lost it. I don't know where it is. I misplaced it. I'm not sure what happened to it, but I don't have it now. I can't find it. So I've started carrying this Klein Tools D2 steel pivot lock knife that I did a video about a couple months ago. I like this knife a lot, and it's very lightweight, very easy to use. So this has been my EDC for quite several months now, 3 months, ever since I got it. Also, speaking of knives, we'll go ahead and get the redundancy out of the way. I'm still carrying this Swiss Army little classic because I like it. Also in this pocket, I've got a mini Bic because I like it too. Now let's talk about tourniquets. That was the next thing I think I had on the list. So in addition to my ankle kit, which we'll look at in a minute, 2 years ago I was carrying this rat tourniquet, and I did a video about that. I won't go into that. By the way, I don't want to hear T-Triple-C, this don't work. It absolutely does work, whatever anybody says. But I met a guy named Dom Rosso who was a SEAL Team 6 operator retired now, at a Blade Show a couple years ago. We're talking about trauma gear and tourniquets, and he recommended this Solo T. This is what I carry now. It's a lot easier to carry. It's very compact, about the size of a knife or a small flashlight. Did a video about this. It's got some multi-use functionality. This thing's about 3 feet long, so enough to make 2 good tourniquets. You can use it for a chest seal. It's adhesive. You can use it for an abdominal wrap, for wound packing, all kinds, pressure bandage after you pack the wound. All kinds of uses for this, and it's very, very slim and easy to fit into your pocket. It costs $20, so they're not super expensive either. So that's the big change on the tourniquet. Let's see, just starting at the top, Wiley X. I was wearing these Wiley X glasses. I'm still wearing Wiley X glasses. These are the profiles. I also have the Wiley X Roamer 3 sunglasses, prescription sunglasses. I really like those. They're very, very well made. Wiley X is a military contractor, so other stuff is top notch. Not that all military gear is top notch, but Wiley X is. So next, a couple years ago, I was carrying a tactical pen. I'm not really doing that anymore, just carry a regular pen. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, but it's not part of my everyday carry now. Talk about belts, speaking of belts. So I take these 2 off. We talked about leaving the belts down low. So you can see I carry my buckle over here because of appendix carry. If that bothers you, gig lines don't matter to me. But I started wearing this since I got it, this siege belt, and it's pretty cool because it's not just a belt, it's a impact weapon if you need it to be. They don't call it a weapon, they call that belt play, but it's not really big, thick, and supportive. So if I'm carrying on strong side, I usually carry a different belt, usually a core belt, one of the ratchet belts. Sometimes I'm still using the Wilderness Tactical Instructor belt, and sometimes I'm still occasionally going with a click belt, but mostly I wear this one. So as far as watches go, the Casio sport watch that I've been wearing this thing's going on 7 or 8 years now. Got the Sunto wristband compass on it. No issues there. Occasionally I will wear my Winfield watch still, and I think I've got it right here. I love this watch. It's really, really cool. It's got a 10-year battery. It keeps great time, and it's rock solid, built like a tank. And more I'm wearing my Apple Watch because if I'm making videos with my iPhone, I can control it with my Apple Watch. And during the day, when I'm working as a plumbing contractor, it also gives me the ability to look and see which one of the phone calls that I get every day are spam calls, because about 90% of them are, as you probably know. Still carrying the Vanquest Vault 2, I think Vault 2.0 wallet, and I'm carrying Surefire Stiletto still. This thing rocks the house. You recall the last time, if you saw that video, I was primarily wearing True Spec plaid camp shirts because they do a good job of concealing and breaking up your outline of a pistol, and they're very comfortable. As I said, 2 years ago, they were discontinued. I had bought 5 or 6 of them, and now they're getting worn out, so I started trying to find some other shirts with some patterns on them that were kind of concealed carry friendly. So this one and some other ones like it, they have some similar different patterns from LA Police Gear. I think I paid $15 a piece for them. Not bad for a shirt. They're all snapped, so they come, if you need to open them quickly, you can. And they're comfortable. So that's the shirts. Let's talk about pants. So I really want to show you these pants. I've struggled to find pants, jeans that don't look all super tactical, but yet they have room in the legs for ankle gear. My ankle holster and ankle med kit, which, by the way, let's just talk about that real quick. Same ankle med kit, the Warrior Poet Society ankle med kit. I think this one actually comes from the Skinny Medic, but we've talked about this in other videos. I will mention that it's a good idea to go over and update your med kit from time to time, and that's a video that's coming up. So there's that. So talk about these pants. I was wearing the 511 Defender Flex jeans 2 years ago. I still wear those a lot to work, but honestly, they're getting worn out. After about 3 years, I got holes in some of them. They're wearing thin. So they're thin and stretchy, and they're really comfortable. But these are the most expensive jeans I ever bought. Chuck Norris built the hospital he was born in. These are the Origin jeans, and they're made, listen to me, made in the USA. When's the last time you saw a pair of jeans made in the USA? They're flex jeans. They're super heavy duty, thick. I have no doubt these things are going to last years and years and years. These are the boot cut. They do a pretty good job of covering up my ankle stuff. They're extremely comfortable, and they're stretchy enough to move around in, but yet they're really, really thick and comfortable. So, and it's cool. Like, the pockets are really deep. They go down to here. The watch pocket is deep enough to carry a full-size folding knife in. The back pockets are really wide, and they're just super comfortable and super, super well made. And again, made in the USA, so I like that. Finally, moving on down to the feet, I'm wearing the Darn Tough wool socks, and I've started wearing these Merrell shoes because they have a wide toe box, and they're very, very comfortable. So that's it. I can't think of anything else. If you have any questions about any of this stuff, please let me know in the comments below, and I'll put links to all the stuff that I can in the video description below, and try to put links to the other videos if I've got any other videos detailing any of this stuff so you can get a better look at it. I really appreciate you watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival is not an accident, so be prepared.